What day is it?
Who are you? You remember that old Alzheimer's commercial? That's not funny.
But yet we're laughing, so...
Because we're bad people.
According to Joe, some of us are terrible people.
Well, according to Joe, he's sick again.
Yeah. So fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, don't because he's sick, but...
Yeah. I mean, you can't get sick through sex, can you? Like outside of STDs? Like you can't get the flu from sex, can you?
You can. Well, if they're contagious, you can. Because you're breathing in their air.
That was like someone coughs on you.
Well, I mean, just like breathing out's still gonna.
Yeah, but it's just
it,
it's the same risk as like being in the same room with the person, right? Like it's not an
so to
extra
fuck
risk.
from another room.
No, it's not an extra risk if you're
just glory hole it. If you're sick, just go to a glory hole. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Is that what we're getting at here?
Yes.
Glory holes.
Glory holes. Great way not to get the flu.
Also a great way probably to get other things that you don't want.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we're not counting STDs, then glory holes. Great way to get around the flu, but still having the sex.
Yeah.
Unless you already have the flu, and then you can't really get it again. So I mean, might as well just do whatever. But
it's
if you were about
not
the other
to give the flu,
yes,
if you still want the sex,
I think,
but you don't want to.
Not actually too sure.
Your buddy's sick.
I don't know if your buddy, like you said that,
your friend, your pal, your confidant.
Speaking of confidant, comes naturally. We are
Mike.
I'm Cody, and of course that blank space again was for Joseph, who is out with something. We don't really know. We assume it's the flu or something, but who knows? But yeah, Mike, what are we talking about today?
I'm going to talk about what is probably soon to be a very expensive habit for both of us.
Cocaine.
I wish.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Figure collecting.
Oh yeah, it is. Yikes!
I blame.
I know exactly who to blame.
Who you blaming?
I'm blaming the Major Brothers.
Yeah, Kurt and Zach.
Yeah,
or Matt and
Brian.
Whichever
way, the WWE half would be Kurt and Zach.
Kurt Hawkins and Zach Ryder, aka the Major Brothers, aka what are they really? Brian Myers and Matt Cardona.
Cardona,
yeah. So these
motherfuckers
are super figure collectors.
Yeah, and they're
mainly wrestling, but they'll
dumbly smart about it.
And they know everything.
It's frightening.
If you're at all into any type of figure collection, you really need to check out their podcast.
The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Yes, and their YouTube channel, which is Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
YouTube channel.
Their YouTube channel's fun because they'll post these anywhere from 10 to 30-minute videos of them going on air quotes figure hunts at different locations across the country. Because they travel for their work. And one of the things they do to carve out some time for themselves is try to track down cool and unique wrestling figures or just cool figures in general in different parts of the country.
And world sometimes.
But they have such a weird, vast, extensive knowledge of all the details. I mean, going all the way back to the LGN figures and shit like that, because those are the first real ones.
We're talking early 80s.
Yeah,
before WWE was WWE, was WWF, but right before even that, because they LJNs were doing stuff before they're technically called WWF.
Yeah, were they?
Yeah.
It's just nuts, but they have a wealth of knowledge and they're fun, entertaining guys too. Yeah. So it makes it good. But what happened is we started watching these YouTube shows and listening to their podcasts and watching them unboxing cool things. And I always liked action figures. I stopped getting them for a long, long time. And then seeing them get stuff and seeing all the cool different things, and you're like, fuck, that one would be cool on display. That one would be cool on display. So I got 2, right? Oh no, I bought one. I bought a pretty basic one here recently of The Rock from the Royal Rumble a couple years ago. Which the Royal Rumble, it was a commemorative line. It was The Rock with the WWE title, and it was based on the match he had with CM Punk at the Royal Rumble a few years ago in Phoenix. And the reason I got that one, I was like, one, it's The Rock, and two, it was based on a pay-per-view that I was actually at. This is the only time I seen The Rock wrestle in person. So I thought that that'd be cool. It's a good excuse. It's a sentimental value, and it's a pretty dope figure with a nice belt accessory in there.
Yeah.
So I snatched it up. And Cody had to go and be like, well, I'm fancy. So instead of buying a $20 figure that any asshole could get at Target, I'm going to buy a $70
limited edition ringside collectibles exclusive of Jushin Thunder Liger, the black outfit. Yep.
Which is super dope, super articulate, super detailed. Comes with badass accessories. So it comes with, if anybody knows Liger, Liger always came out with that weird body, torso piece with the cape.
Look like a villain from Power Rangers.
That's what he would come out to the ring in, and then he'd take that part off and then he'd wrestle. So it comes with that you could obviously remove if you want to. And it comes with 8 sets of hands?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, 4 sets of hands. 8 hands total of 4.
4 sets of hands.
Yeah.
So you can, and like I said, it's super posable. So you can put it in basically any position that you want. And it's so fucking detailed and so nice. So a couple months ago, they released the standard Liger outfit, which was the red and white one that most people think of when you think Liger.
Yep.
And this is the alternate gold and black one that he did. Wow. I think he had some other matches in it, but I know for sure he did the J Cup a few years ago.
Yeah.
2012 or something like that, 2012, 2013. He had this cool ass black and gold outfit. And so that's what this one is, which it's essentially the same figure, just a different, and it's super nice. And Cody's chose to leave it in box, which I can't say that I blame you, because I don't think I'd have the guts to take it out of the box either. But it poses so fucking nice, I'd be really tempted to.
Yeah, and I tweeted the Major Wrestling Podcast guys, and they let it breathe. And Brian made a point on the unboxing video he did, unboxing of this, is the packaging is actually for the red and white suit.
Yeah.
Not for the black. So technically speaking, it doesn't even look proper in that box.
That is true. It's the same box that the red and white one came in. And the other thing that hurts it is it's got this extra layer of protection where there's some cellophane, plastic cellophane.
I guess Storm Collectibles, the people who make it, that's kind of what they do for shipping, so the pieces don't get rubbed and stuff.
So it's nice because it has this extra thing of protection, but it makes the displaying in a box a little rough because it adds extra glare and some blurriness to it,
even to around where the hands and stuff are too, because it goes over the top of it.
Yeah,
so even the hands are skewed,
and you can't even see all the hands, right?
Yeah,
some of them are blocked by the box. If any of them were to take out, like people will take out their pops, which I think is weird because
you can't really play with them.
You can't play with them. You can't pose them.
I get their bobbleheads.
The display box is such a nice way to display them anyway.
Yeah. They're nice viewable in them.
Yeah, you see some of the different ones you kind of get in a skewed, sight of them. But for the most part, the way they're packaged is actually a very nice display of them. So I always leave those in box. But I've been struggling because our good friend Joseph got us the
turtles.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtle from NECA. The based off the OG movie. Gave you Donnie, gave me Mikey.
Donnie,
which is the perfect ones to get. And those are super articulate. And I've been really struggling with whether to take that one out of the box or not, because they display pretty well because you can see most everything and it's a pretty clear view. But also, I'm not getting the rest of them, so it's not like I'm getting the set. So
I looked up the Alistair Black figure I want, the Elite one.
yeah.
Dude, they're selling for like $65 now because they're fucking Target exclusives and they sold out so fucking quick.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me so mad. Because the other one,
the key is going to like a weird bullshit Target.
Yeah, well, I mean,
where people don't go.
Let's find one. Because otherwise, the newer one is just the regular standard line. It looks cool because it's got his updated tattoos on it, but it doesn't have the vest and it doesn't have. I don't think it has hand changes in it. I think it's just his black boots, black knee pads, the one elbow pad, and that's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the different hands like the Elite does, and it doesn't have the spike vest. And the one, because on this one he has the kick pad, and on his boot and his knee pad are gray.
Yeah,
and so because it's the NXT one, technically NXT one. There's that one, and then there's an NXT one you can get, but that one also, I think, was also an exclusive to Target, and that one sells for like $120 because he's no longer in NXT.
Yep.
So they don't make it anymore, and also it was an exclusive through, I believe, Target as well.
Yeah. Rough.
Dumb.
But now that we kind of broke the seal on this, I'm worried about both of us.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
It's gonna be bad. For a couple reasons. Me, I'm not rich like you. But you don't have fucking room for any of this shit, man. Where are you going to display this shit?
I don't know.
Exactly. I have room, but not the means. I mean, I have the means, but I really don't want to spend the means. And also, I actually, on Amazon, I was looking at display boxes.
Yeah.
I was like, it'd be cool to get like a 2-shelf display thing with light, like a glass one.
Like the ones Brian and Matt have?
Yeah. I don't have like this ideal to fill them up like they do. But
jammed filled too.
But I was thinking like,
ridiculous.
Like 10 on each one. Be nice. Everyone get some shine, you know? I'm worried about it, Cody. It's going to be bad.
Yeah, it's real rough.
Because they get pricey.
Yeah, especially for something we're not. That's the thing about these. Like, this isn't. Even the regular ones, $50 or 40 something bucks, and there's not something like these aren't definitely, and they're imports technically, so that's why they're so expensive. Because I don't think Storm Collectibles actually sells anything in the United States, and all the packaging, other than the Bandai Namco relabeling for America sticker. The entire package essentially is in Japanese, except for the warning, which I thought was weirdly bizarre that it's in English. Because apparently you need to warn English people not to have, or American people to have, there's a choking hazard because of small objects like getting a hand or a mask stuck in your throat. But it also says age 15 plus. So I'm guessing that warning's for people who have kids.
Yeah.
Because if you're at 15 plus and you're choking on these things, you shouldn't have them.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, I was trying to look it up because, I mean, looking at the back of it, the only thing that I could really read was numbers, because apparently they don't put those in Japanese.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing height and weight is what they have on here, because there's 170 centimeters and 95 kilograms, which I'm supposing is probably the height and the weight, because I don't think they really measure anything else in kilograms. But yeah, and it's official New Japan Wrestling merchandise, which is super hard to get in the United States in general. But Storm Collectibles, I don't think they do anything in the States, so you're always going to have a premium price tag on in general.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
But Storm does such a good job too, and it's not like they're ridiculously priced, because we've talked about doing shit like this before with like comic book, like statues, like the collectible statues, and it's like some of them are super nice, but they're just so fucking pricey. like they get into the like 300s for like nice ones. Like they get more than that too, but like ones you don't think should be that much are 300 plus sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna pull up this is the one I saw before, the Hollywood Hulk Hogan 1/6 scale collectible figure limited edition to 500 pieces worldwide is $230.
Oh yeah, that's a dope one.
Yeah, I mean,
wait, what? Let me see it one more time. I want to see the shirt he's wearing.
It's the Hollywood Hulk Hogan one.
Hollywood Rules, right? With the arm flex.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Because when you can see it a little better with that one.
Ah, that's so good.
I know, right? But they have a bunch because they have action figures. They have the 1/6 scale and they have 1/4 scale.
The 1/4 scale would be bigger, right?
I believe, yes. Because it's one, yeah.
Yes.
And they have wow, that Hulk Hogan is gnarly.
Yeah, I pulled it up too. And then Mike Tyson's super dope too with the 3 belts.
How many belts?
3.
How many belts? 3.
Got 3 belts.
Got 3 belts. But they do like a bunch of crazy stuff. They have like a bunch of Mortal Kombat ones. They do a bunch of DC stuff. Like they have a really dope Lobo and Justice Gods Among Us figure, but they're like $100.
Everything's sold out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're fucking super ridiculous.
That's funny.
He comes with 2 different heads. One with long hair coming out front and long hair just blowing in the background. He has multiple accessories, multiple hands, different guns. Like, look how fucking dope that is.
Yeah.
You know? The Mortal Kombat ones are dope too. I'm like, man, y'all ridiculous. But I think it sells out real quick through them.
Which sucks because then you look at like resale market and they just fucking
jam that shit.
Murder you on that shit.
Like, look how fucking rad this M. Bison is.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like,
that's super dope.
Just makes me upset because it's one of those things where you have to like really keep an eye on it, and then hopefully you can get it, and you're not going to pay an exorbitant amount of money for it. I'm not even show you that Bane. The Bane will make you cry. Yeah, just, I don't know. And it's funny because like we talk about how like we don't want to go out on the slippery slope of action figure collecting. Now Brian is doing trading card, like the baseball cards, the new line, I guess, from like the 2020 line from what brand is it?
Topps.
Is it Topps?
Yeah.
I guess there's like a 1 in 20 chance you can get a gold foil card and like a 1 in
an autographed
50 chance for an autographed one. And I'm not a baseball fan by any stretch of imagination. I literally called one of the training facilities the other day a baseball park, which made everyone laugh because apparently I'm an idiot.
That's not too bad.
But he's going through and he's buying like stacks of these packs and just busting them open, and he's just flipping through them. And they set like did you watch the video he did with Mark Sterling and then some guy from Fox Sports or something?
Mm-hmm. And he had this stack. They edit it in a way where you see him open a couple,
but then you see the stack.
And then you edit, and it's like he just opened like 15, 16 stacks because there's a huge pile.
But he gets one of the cards out of it, and I guess it's like they did a quick look at it, and it's worth $120. And I was like, "Are you shitting me right now? Like, who's paying $120 for a single card?" And they say they're signed. Is that like legit a real signature, or is it a signature card? Or does it have a signature? That dude signed that card and they threw it in the pack?
Yeah.
How many of those could there possibly be then?
Not a lot. I'm guessing because when they say there's like 200 autographs in the line, right? And so each one are probably autographed like a couple hundred because sometimes they'll sit down,
do couple
and they'll just
matches.
sign for a while.
That's ridiculous. I mean, it's cool, but Jesus. He's like, it's like gambling, but like better. I was like, no, it's still gambling, I think.
Well, and here's the thing that kind of got me thinking about it again, because when I started watching the wrestling figure podcast and like the major stuff, I was like, oh, okay, like I never really collected figures. Like I had action figures as a kid, but I never collected them. But one thing I did collect was basketball cards. I was huge into basketball cards. I had like well over 1,000 cards. And it's all from this reign of like 95 to like 98, 99 is like where I was really in the thick of it. And then I just sat them all down. And so last Thanksgiving or the Thanksgiving before that, I was in Yuma or Christmas at my childhood home. And I was like, I'm going to find all my old cards. And I found all of them. I brought them back up with me. And just going through those, I was like, holy shit, I got some great ones in here. And there's a whole bunch of trash ones, but I had some great ones. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm going to like get some packs of cards. I was like, with the intention of like, all right, let's get some of my favorite players right now. Like some of my son's players, you know, like I need a Devin Booker. I need a Mikal Bridges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I found this one. Oh, we can actually go there today. This one badass place off the 101 who sells, it's mostly sports collectibles. But it's like trading cards, and they have all kinds of cards. So every sport, but then they also do like those weird ones, like the old wrestling ones and the old movie ones. It's a pretty nice thing. And then like getting back into it after not being in it for damn near 20 years is the brands are all different. What's up?
How tall do you think this is?
6 inches? 9 inches? Somewhere in there. Wow.
Apparently NECA makes a 1/4 inch or a quarter scale one of the movie Turtles.
Yeah.
They're only $120, but it says it's 18 inches tall.
That's pretty good. That's twice that size, at least.
At least, right?
Yeah.
I did a quick internet search while you were talking about baseball cards because I started to space out. But I was like, well, I wonder what else you could get them because Entertainment Earth is a good place to get collectibles and stuff like that, right? And they do have some of the Storm collectible stuff on there. They have the Lobo actually, and they're not sold out apparently. But I was like clicked on NECA because I saw a little ad for it, and I pulled it up, and they have a Mikey and a Donatello. 1/4 inch scale action figure with free shipping in the US for $120. But like they're pretty fucking, it's cool looking. Like,
oh, he's spinning the nunchucks.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I mean, if I spend $120, I don't know if I'm gonna open it, but I really want him to be spinning that nunchuck. Know what I mean?
Yeah, dog.
Know what I mean, dog? They have a Raphael. Looks like they might have all of them. If Raph doesn't come with the trench coat, then I don't want it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's part 1. I want Raph to come knocked out in a bathtub.
End of part 1.
Yeah.
Nope, no trench coat. He just has a mean-looking face.
I rewatched those movies recently, the first 2.
Oh, you didn't watch the third one? The best one in the series?
I'm going to eventually, but I just didn't want to. Those movies aren't bad, dude.
No, they're dope, man.
Like they're like obviously cheesy, you know.
Yeah.
But like both of them, like part 2 is like better than I remembered too. Like it holds up really well.
Oh, here are the ones I was going to show you. So they, the new line of NECA, they did a bunch of different versions of the Turtles, and they have the OG line. So they do the movie one, they have a set of the cartoon ones, and they're also doing the original Kevin Eastman ones with tails. Ugh. And this is the Raph one. You can see all the accessories that come with it.
There's a lot of accessories.
Yeah, multiple heads, multiple hands. It comes with a Krang. Comes with the actual turtle, like a little crawly turtle.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Grappling gun, which,
like I said, slippery slope, my friend.
Yeah, it's bad. But this one is the Mondo one. NECA makes some pretty gnarly just stuff in general. Oh yeah, this is a new one they have coming out, which made me laugh a lot. I was like, oh, all right, okay, cool. But yeah, I know there's they're pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie. Where's is this the new? This is one of them. Yeah. This is the one from the video game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I dig it.
But yeah, it's a bad habit to get into for sure. Because NECA makes they go all over the board. I mean, they have
some great like scary movie stuff, and
yeah,
like they really hit the movie thing really well with like the Mike Myers, the Freddy's, the Jason ones.
They have a collection. Where's it at? I think it's coming out or it's out. Actually, it might be out already. Of like, these ones here.
Yeah, those are out.
Yeah,
those are super cool. It's weird though too, because like online, especially like on Twitter and Instagram, if you follow NECA Toys, they'll talk about like, oh, they distribute through Target for brick and mortar purchases and stuff. But like the section's only like a 4 foot, sometimes an 8 foot section, and Target, that's badass. Target does a terrible job of upkeeping that area. Yeah. Like they don't put the new shit out, and I've worked at Target recently, so I know how it works. Like,
you know how terrible it is.
They're just sitting back there. You know what I mean? Like that's all because like that section doesn't have a weekly reset, so it's never gonna get fucking stocked until somebody comes back there and be like, oh, we have all these boxes, get them out. You know what I mean? And that shit won't happen for a while sometimes.
Yeah.
So like if you're at a Target and you're looking for some NECA shit that everyone says is out, like if online says they're out and they're not there, I guarantee you it's just sitting in the back and no one's gonna stock it for you. They're just gonna tell you, nah, it's not there. Like you're gonna ask for it and they're gonna walk to the back and text somebody on their phone for a minute and be like, nah, nothing's back there.
Sounds about right.
So the key is to make friends with somebody at Target.
Or work there, make friends, then quit because it's probably a terrible job.
It's not the worst job.
I mean, yeah.
It wasn't a great job. You won't get promoted. That's a guarantee.
I mean, you know.
People have to die for people to get promoted.
Like a grocery store.
Grocery store is more opportunities. It's very weird.
Oh, gross. Aliens 3 creature accessory kit. And it comes with the fucking dog.
That's funny.
Oh, and with the dog with the scarred face, no less. So you get both versions.
Oh.
Yeah. The decapitated dog head was probably not the best way of putting that, but, you know.
How else are you supposed to do it, Cody?
I guess you're right. They have a Misfits Crimson Ghost set coming out. All right, well, probably gonna buy that.
Yeah, you are.
Comes with both the red and the black cloaks. Dicks. I gotta make cool stuff, man. I ain't got room for this shit. A lot of Predator stuff. From the new movie, no less. Yep. So what we're trying to say, kids, is be wary because collecting can get very expensive.
Yeah, I'm not even a super collector of anything, but I fucked up and bought. I did a really good job of staying away from Pops when they first came out.
That changed.
I was like, oh, these are cool, but man, $10 a pop, I better stay away, right? And then I fucked up and I bought all the Bob's Burgers one, the whole set one time. And now I have like 55 Pops.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Now people give me Pops too, like as presents. And I'm like, well, fuck. I have to keep going. People think it's a thing. I have to do it now.
So, did you ever want a 1-to-1 scale of Leonardo from the classic cartoon?
A 1-to-1?
Yeah, it's only $1,000.
How tall is it?
Specifications.
They're pretty short in the cartoon.
Height 33.5. I don't know if that's inches or feet.
I don't think they're that big in the cartoon. If they were that big, April was a fucking giant.
It's true. She did tower over him. I just think that's ridiculous. I mean, $1,000. I mean, sure, why not, right?
Yeah, that's too much. What's you've been looking around now and you've been eyeballing shit. What's the one thing that you want that's just like a little out of your price range, but you're still thinking about it right now? Because it took you a while to pull the trigger on the Liger because you wanted that last Liger and you didn't do it.
Yeah. Then I had to do the limited edition one. I was like, well, hopefully it's not as cool. And it was cooler.
It was even cooler.
I was like, shit. I haven't actually found anything that's like this make me like completely like, oh my god, I need this in my life. There's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
For sure. And if I didn't have a house full of garbage already, don't look at. I saw you eyeball the Terminator.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I could clear some room for you.
Yeah, could you? Is there a couple things you could take to make room in here? But yeah, no, I haven't found anything that's like super like, oh, I need this in my life real bad. I wouldn't mind a set of the NECA turtles from the cartoon ones that they released. The problem is they don't release a 4-pack of the turtles. They release the individuals or with foot soldiers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, ew.
And they're $50 a pop.
Yeah.
Which is not bad when you look at like detail and going into it, but god damn it. You need $200 to get all the turtles. And then you get a couple foot shoulders and I think a splinter and a shredder, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that part's cool, but fuck, dude.
Yeah, so here's this one I wanted to show you. Because the Rocksteady and Bebop, because again, they're from the cartoon. They're called the Ultimates line.
Okay.
Come on, Entertainment Earth. They are, this is what I was talking about earlier, then I got distracted. They are essentially remanufactured productions of the original toys. So they come with the accessory thing.
Nice.
Yeah. And they're super dope. They're 7-inch figures. There's a Bebop, there's a Rocksteady. There's the turtles all come with their accessories on the little fucking thing.
Yeah, that pops off like
that
little plastic thing.
But then it has the actual physically painted accessories of the same ones that are on that piece.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pull those off unless you really wanted to have those. But then they come with the multiple hands. They all come with like some weird accessory to go along with them. Like Leo comes with a pizza. Shredder has the 2 different heads. Multiple hands, the different weapons. Like it's very upsetting that they're doing it this way. Because they're all $50. Well, $45. But like they're super dope. I'm like, just sell me like for $120. Sell me a 4 kit of the turtles. Is that something I can't have? Cool. But yeah, it's a bad hobby to get into for sure.
Oh yeah.
Not just because they're expensive, but also because they take up room. They're not fucking anything you just, I'm just gonna put this over here.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Real bad. I can get a wearable turtle shell. Yeah. Collecting's a tough thing to get around. Oh, and they're releasing the sewer playset for that new NECA line too. So it's a display. It's for the display cases. I'm like, well, that's exactly what I needed to see. What's better than having the original playset of the sewer? Having one you can use to display all the figures you bought. Like, you monsters. You literal monsters. So is there anything that you've seen that you're like, I need this in my life?
There's some of those what is it, WrestleMania Moments ones?
Yeah, those are dope.
That have popped out. That have been really, really nice. Especially there's some of the old school Hogan ones with the tearaway shirt on and those ones are pretty gnarly. You remember a couple years ago, or maybe not even a couple, but McFarlane they made two like massive, like it was more statues. I don't even know if they're opposable, but they did the Undertaker and then they did the Macho Man one. They're like $250. Remember those?
No, I'm trying to pull them up. I remember them doing wrestling figures.
Yeah, it was like a one-off. It was one at a time. It wasn't a set. It was like they did I want to say the Taker one first, and then later on they did the Macho Man. But it had like real cloth and stuff. And they're super detailed and pretty massive. They had the Taker one displayed at the store when the store was still a thing in Westgate.
Did they really?
Yeah. But this was just pre the Major Brothers doing their thing. And I'm willing to bet if they had popped out now, I might have been.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because now I've already kind of cracked the door a little bit.
Trying to see, why does Sears have that listed as something they sell? Because McFarlane's always been really good at like just their action figures in general.
Yeah.
Oh, they're releasing a Bloodshot that looks like Vin Diesel for the movie that apparently everyone's hating on. I don't see anybody with... Wow, Sears, your website. This is rough. They have physical pictures, like someone took a picture of the items. And they're all different lighting situations.
Ugh.
Like I distinctly not clicked on the eBay link, but you're killing me with this fucking nonsense here. Oh, apparently Sears is a good place to go get WWE stuff. They have the Elite triple pack of the New Day for $15.60, which normally sells for $70.
No. That's weird.
Oh, it's because it's sold by Kmart. What the fuck is happening with Sears? Jesus Christ. It comes in the Budios box. Mike, I want this.
Probably get it.
Last time I bought a New Day something online, the order got canceled because it said the item wasn't available any longer.
Oh, you're gonna do that 3-pack, huh?
I wanted the fucking 3-pack of Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And like FYE's like, hey, we have them. I was like, cool, I'm gonna buy them. Okay, cool. Here's your money.
And then they're like, psych, fuck you, man.
And they're like, hey, by the way, we forgot to tell you we can't really ship that to you because we don't have it. So here's your money back. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I don't see any of these.
I can't find a picture of it either, but I found a video of it.
Okay, that seems odd.
I'll show you a still of the video. Is that guy?
Whoa.
Yeah, with the big cross in the back, the Undertaker logo thing.
That's pretty interesting. Well, that's bizarre. Yeah. I don't know. What I'm trying to get at, kids, is you should probably like not start collecting them.
Yeah.
Because
never.
It's not a good choice.
Because eventually you're gonna just want to like stop, and then you have all the shit that you don't like want anymore, Or you just keep going forever, and then you get have to buy another house for all your garbage.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money, so
Yeah. But yeah, the pop, they really snuck in there and nested themselves in my brain.
Yep.
I do got some dope ones though.
Do. Yeah, that place that they went to on this last video, in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
That place had all sorts of crazy shit in it. Like they had the turtle's blimp. I was like, that's fucking gnarly. I always wanted that thing, but my parents were like, no. Then my friend had it.
Expensive even back in the day, dude. Yeah. It's like $100, wasn't it?
Something ridiculous like that. But and like Mark has this weird thing about the Kevin Costner Robin Hood toys.
Yes.
And he bought the battle wagon thing. I was like, Mark, what's wrong with you?
It's been a while, but was that battle wagon even in the thing?
In the movie? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They had things similar to that, but they didn't have that.
I don't got a wagon. But it's like that. I remember that thing because like I had some of those Robin Hood figures. I don't think I ever had the battle wagon thing, but I remember like the commercial that shot the rocks off the top, and Mark was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, and you can use the fucking battering ram. I was like, that thing's rad.
And they mentioned a thing that I always thought at the time, but I never investigated it because I remember those toys, and I remember a lot of them look just like the old Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
And you find out that they literally just repurposed and the molds for the old Star Wars things and painted them slightly differently.
Yep. I'm like, all right, well, that seems strange, but whatever. Yeah. Let's see. What else we got, Mike?
Nada.
Might be done. We got Joe dragging us down, so we got efficiently through stuff. Let me put him away. Yeah, so check out the Major Wrestling Podcast.
One big podcast to promote another podcast.
Yeah. Basically what we're getting at, you should definitely look at that.
It's a good one.
And their YouTube channel is fantastic too, because you get to see him go around and fucking get all nerdy about figures, and it's a little smaller chunks, easy to get through and watch on YouTube. Their podcasts aren't terrible, but they're long.
You have to be into it,
but
you have to be into figure because they get detailed on some shit.
And the bad thing was they get detailed on the stuff you can't see.
Yeah,
like what we did today, where I kept showing Mike pictures of stuff and you can't see it. But yeah, no, like it's pretty fun. I like when they have guests on that talk about like their history with the action figures, and they talk about their own stuff and things like that, which is really fun. But they do a deep dive into wrestling action figures, so if you're into it, it's definitely there. And they are super nerds about that stuff. They know way too much. They know about variants of figures, and they know like all sorts of crazy happenings and stuff. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Comes Naturally. We are
Mike.
I am Cody, and again, that blank space was for Joseph. And yeah, as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.